Imagine being a bait because your power is basically a humidifier. Frank's life? Totally cooked. His water drop skill is only good for wetting the school idol's lips. So during the raid, they throw him to the wolves first. Zero hesitation. But wait, the bait is about to cook the whole lobby. Frank's hiding a sublimation system that turns mid-skills into god-tier hacks. We're talking Wrath of the Sea God level aura. The air is getting heavy, and the vibe just shifted from loser to final boss. A rough shove sends him stumbling over the gravel. Crack! Frank recovers, dusting off his faded silver uniform like a total Sigma. He stares into the pitch-black factory entrance. Something inside is growling, and the ground is literally shaking. It's about to go down. Know your place, bait. That's Leighton, the rich brat, yapping from the back. He's flexing a fire staff that's glowing like a TikTok filter, laughing as he sends the weakest link into the dark. He really thinks he's him. That staff, worth a literal fortune. Tier 2 fire magic, peak luxury. His goons are glazing him hard, screaming about how trash belongs at the front. They have no idea Frank is just aura farming at this point. The rest of the class is hiding behind the safety line. Some feel bad, but most are just glad they aren't Frank. Poor water drop guy, they whisper. Bro's ranking dead last in the whole awakening ceremony. The Vanguard unit. Fancy talk for human meat shields. Frank ignores the hater energy. He pulls out a rusty old coin, flipping it with cold, calm vibes. He's locked in, while everyone else is yapping. He's not looking at the monsters. He's looking at a blue U only he can see. Sublimation system. Inactive. He needs 100% shock points to wake it up. After a month of being treated like trash, he's at 99%. Every insult, every laugh at his expense? That's just fuel for the bar. A month of pure humiliation has brought him to the edge of godhood. Just one more push. He catches the coin, feeling the rust. Frank smirks. Leighton's right, he says, sounding way too chill. Those level 1 Galewind wolves are in there. Hope you put on a good show, Leighton. Leighton's confused. Where is this high aura coming from? A weakling shouldn't be this calm. It's unsettling. But Leighton's ego is too massive to care. To him, Frank is still just the guy who can barely squeeze out a single drop of water. He's about to get humbled. Get in there, Leighton barks. Ting! Leighton's extreme contempt adds 10 shock points. But the bar stays at 99%. Frank frowns. The math isn't mathing. He checks the fine print. 10,000 points total? He's at 9,910. He's not 1 point away, he's 90 points away. Getting roasted by basic bullies isn't enough to trigger the system anymore. Regular insults are only worth 1 to 5 points. Even Leighton's peak hater energy only gave him 10. At this rate, he'll need another 10 rounds of bullying to hit the limit. He doesn't have time for that unless he does something so insane it breaks everyone's brain. He flips the coin, staring at the glowing green eyes in the dark. He's got a plan. Move it! A goon yells, shoving him into the pit. He lets the shove carry him into the darkness. The factory is a wreck, rusting rails, gray light, and a smell that's 100% you're cooked. The vibe is straight out of a horror movie. Low growls echo from every corner. 10 pairs of glowing green eyes lock onto him. Galewind wolves. A pack can easily tear a Tier 2 apart. Leighton and his squad take the high ground, watching like it's a movie. Leighton slams his staff down. Fire erupts, lighting up the arena. "Don't be scared, Frank. Just stand there and be the bait," he smirks. "I'll save you." The audacity? Massive. "I'll leave it to you, Leighton," Frank says, sounding suspiciously sincere. Suddenly, the first wolf blurs. It's a gray streak of death aiming straight for his throat. Frank doesn't move. He doesn't even raise a hand. He just tilts his head. He senses something, a powerful energy signature hiding in the shadows. Not a monster, a person. Someone elite is watching his every move. Finger up, one tiny water drop forms. "Water drop ability," they laughed. But this drop, it's a railgun. Zap! It hits the wolf's eye with pinpoint accuracy. The beast's head snaps back instantly. Thud! The wolf slams into the iron wall, dead cold. Less than a second. In the shadows, the hidden observer gasps. "Impressive," she whispers. Frank's out-trend everyone without even sweating. Ting! Unknown observer is shocked. +5 points. Current total, 9,915. Still 85 to go. Not enough. He needs a bigger moment to trigger the legendary awakening. Frank leans back, watching Leighton spam fire spells like a tryhard. The main event hasn't even started yet. Leighton finishes off a wolf and glares at Frank, wondering why he's still standing. Leighton whispers to his goon. A vial with a skull icon comes out. Monster attraction powder. High-tier bait. Leighton isn't just using Frank. He's trying to delete him from the server. Why? Because of that coin. Leighton's family knows it's a high-energy artifact. He wants the trash F-ranker to disappear so he can loot the body. Absolute villain behavior. Frank keeps flipping the coin, totally unbothered. For a split second, a blue glow flickers under the rust. Nobody notices, but the power scaling is about to break the charts. "Master Leighton is a genius," the goons yap. "That fire is top tier." They look at Frank sitting in the corner and laugh. Look at him shivering like a coward. Frank is actually poking a dead wolf's ear. Totally bored. Leighton walks up, pretending to be worried. "Not too scared, were you, Frank? One of them almost got you." Little does he know his bait is actually a god in disguise. Leighton thinks I'm cooked, but that wolf just self-destructed. Pure luck? Nah. Snickers is definitely plotting. His aura is straight mid. A level 1 wolf is light work. Leighton calls a break, but his lackey is lurking behind me. This vibe is suspicious. The snake drops forbidden powder on my collar. I can smell that sweet, cursed energy. They're baiting me for the monsters. I see the play. Leighton's fake worry is cringe. Shock points are at 9,915. Almost there. 85 points left. I'll play the victim to farm that reaction. Time for maximum performance mode. Let's get it. Sarah's watching from the shadows. She saw my secret water flick play. Intriguing, she thinks. My hidden aura is rising. She smells the bait. Leighton is breaking military law, but she's waiting to see if I fold or stand on business. The factory floor is shredded. Massive claw marks everywhere. This isn't a wolf. It's something way more devious. The lackeys are shaking. Level 2 threats? Leighton's acting like a Sigma, claiming he'll solo them. Total cap. He's checking my collar. 7 minutes in. In 8 more, I'm monster food. He really thinks he's won. He's smiling, but my math is better. No level 2s. That means a boss is gatekeeping this territory. He's clueless. Something crashed through the roof. It wasn't a collapse, it was an invasion. This spot is definitely occupied by a predator. My heart is steady at 62. The floor is pulsing like a giant heartbeat under our feet. They don't even notice. Layton's yapping, but the real sound is below us. Glowing red eyes in the dark. Layton, you caught more than you wanted. Boom! The floor disintegrates. A massive armored tank of a beast surges up. Layton's plan just went south real fast. 12. Level 2 juggernauts spawn in 5 seconds. The center zone is officially a graveyard. It's pure chaos. They're locked onto my scent. Layton's face is ghost white. He wanted a distraction, not a whole squad of demons. Total disaster. Layton screams and pops a firewall. Then he pulls a classic runner. Zero loyalty. Pure fraud energy. Calling for backup, he lies while sprinting away. 5 seconds until the fire dies. I'm not running. I'm ready. I need those shock points. Sarah is the perfect audience. Her heart is racing above me. Time to show out. She's hesitating. I'm calculating. Rusty rails, weak pillars, and zero friction. The stage for their downfall is set. Strategy check. 200 milliliters of water versus 12 monsters. A frontal clash? No. I'm out-tringing them completely. The wall fails. 12 iron beasts charge me at once. I don't flinch. I don't retreat. I'm finally locked in. I slide right, hitting the beams. Every step lands in their blind spot. I'm moving like a ghost through the wreckage. I hit the rails, all energy out. My fingers coat the tracks in a thin, invisible water film. Trap set. Water on rust equals zero friction. That 3-ton beast just lost all grip. It's sliding like a hockey puck. Crash! It slams the main pillar. The ceiling is coming down now. Gravity is doing all the heavy lifting. Chain reaction. 1, 2, 3. They're all piling up. Falling debris is crushing the rest. Total squad wipe. 5 seconds. 12 level 2s deleted by a cup of water. Sarah's jaw is on the floor. Absolutely ate that. Her eyes are blown. This isn't a fight. It's God-tier battlefield control. The shock points are officially breaking the scale. Ding! System detected massive shock from a lurker. 80 points added. Current total, 9,995. Just 5 more to go. Then, footsteps. Layton's trying to dip, but he's out-trinned. He's running straight into a pack of Galewind wolves. They caught the scent. Trapped with 0 exits. He's forced back, and his brain just glitches. 12 giant armored warships are piled up like trash. Absolute wreckage. His mental is completely chalked. I'm just standing there, 0 damage, flipping a rusty coin like a boss. I catch Layton's eyes. Professor, where's the backup? I smirk. His lips are trembling. He can't compute this. How? Before he finishes, the floor starts tweaking. Something big is coming. Under the scrap metal of 12 monsters, dark red energy explodes through the floor. The ceiling gets absolutely folded by a massive red palm. Debris is raining down like a storm. It's peak chaos. A 5-meter beast slams down. Impact makes everyone lose their balance. Dark red skin, glowing eyes, pure evil energy. It's a rank 3 Lord class, the blood-crazed ape, the absolute king of these ruins. Layton's staff slips. He's too shook to even pick it up. The ape scans the room with those red eyes. It reaches out and snacks on the nearest minion. 0 time to scream, just instant crunch. A golden mist explodes. Layton finally screams. I'm just chilling 15 meters away, watching this 5-meter titan. System says 9,995. 5 points left. Heart rate? 62 beats per minute. Coin still spinning. Blue light flashes. The ape locks onto me with pure rage. It gives 0 time to react. It grabs another minion and yeets him onto the rails. The rest are dipping. The ape tilts its head and picks the one on the left. 1 step, 15 meters crossed. Its massive hand swings. The ground craters 2 meters deep. It turns. Those blood-red eyes lock on Layton. Stay back! Layton's teeth are chattering. His staff is shaking worse than his hands. Running is useless now. I'm the heir of the Lin family, Layton screams. He goes all in. A massive fire blast hits the ape's chest. Smoke clears. The blood ape is still standing. It didn't even leave a scratch on its red skin. It looks down at its chest, then back at Layton. Its face says it all. Is that it? Layton's pupils shrink. The ape lifts a foot and stomps. The staff shatters. Layton's hand is pinned to the floor. Layton's screaming, completely folded. The smell of fear is everywhere. The ape raises its hand to finish him. Right then, an icy blue light streaks from 30 meters away. Sarah jumps out of the shadows. Sarah dives in, black coat flying. S-rank ability, Ice Slash. She slams both Vero blades into the ape's spine. Ice forms for a split second, then just stops. It's like hitting a mountain. Sarah feels the kickback. Her hands are screaming in pain. Her S-rank swords only left a faint white scratch on this high-tier lord. The ape just turns its head. One casual swing sends her flying. Sarah crosses her blades to block. Boom! She's yeeted 30 meters back into an iron furnace. The wall collapses around her. She slides down, coughing, using her blades just to stay upright. Golden blood drips from her mouth. An S-rank elite, folded in one hit. Despair is flooding the room like molten iron. The ape turns back to its target. I'm still 15 meters away. Same pose as before. Coin still spinning. Heart rate? 62. The dashboard is glowing. 9,995. 5 left. I look up. My eyes pass the beast and land on Sarah, kneeling in the dirt. I see it in her eyes. Not fear, just pure defiance. The helplessness of giving your all and failing. Run, she rasps. Her voice is shot. The ape takes a step toward me. I just slide the coin into my pocket. I brush the dust off my uniform. Easy, I say. My voice cuts through the chaos with insane clarity. I walk right toward the beast. Sarah's pupils dilate. And F-rank is walking toward a peak lord class? Her brain can't process this. Her heart skips a beat. The final numbers on my screen click. Ding! Sarah's peak despair detected. 50 shock points added. We are officially live. Total 10,045. Activation conditions met. The heat transfer system is online. The blue screen explodes into golden light. My entire vision is blinded. The power is officially waking up. Current ability, Frank Water Drop. Ascension available. I don't even hesitate. 1,000 shock points spent. The text on the screen shakes and shatters. New data assembling. Ascension successful. Congrats! You unlocked a unique Beyond S rank ability. Wrath of the Sea God. You control every drop of water. Offense, defense, transformation, zero limits. Infinite range. Infinite power. The ocean is yours. Current points, 9,045. The gold light fades. Reality hits. Less than half a second passed. The ape is mid-step, crushing the rails under its feet. Its massive palm is coming down. Shadow swallows me whole. I don't run, I look up. The ape sees my eyes change from black to a deep, storming ocean blue, the color of the sea. That's not how you use water, I say calmly, like I'm just joking. I snap my fingers. A small, sharp sound. Suddenly, the world goes silent. Total silence. Every sound within 100 meters just vanishes, replaced by pure moisture. Every drop of water in the ruins is answering me. Water molecules from the ground and air are floating freely. They all have one order. They converge from every direction. The ground starts glowing with blue circles, like ripples on a lake. An ancient formation is coming to life. The ape's palm is 2 meters from my head. It slams down, but before it hits, a 10-meter pillar of deep blue light erupts from the ground. No warning, no prep, just pure power shooting toward the sky. Inside that pillar, seawater is spinning at supersonic speeds. Every drop is a bullet. The centrifugal force shreds anything it touches. The ape's palm hits the water and stops dead. Not slowing down, just a total frozen halt. High-pressure water slices right through the beast's palm. Golden blood spills everywhere. For the first time, the rage ape looks shook. This kid is outplaying a monster like it is a mere ant. The ape tries to smash the water pillar, but it is useless. The liquid just instant reloads. You cannot break what has no form. My voice echoes from the center, calm and chilling. I told you, it is over. My turn. I raise my hand, and the sky literally glitches. Gray clouds are swallowed by a massive blue storm in 3 seconds. A giant whirlpool of death forms overhead. The light in this room just changed forever. That is not rain. It is a massive tidal wave dropping from the heavens. It shifts midair, forming a giant hand of pure water. It slams down, gripping the 5-meter ape by its throat. Total dominance. The beast struggles, tearing at the liquid, but every gap fills in a fraction of a second. Water has 0 weak points. My eyes stay locked on the trapped monster. It is officially cooked. Ting! The system is lagging from the hype. Sarah is in total shock. Plus 200 points. Detection of mental collapse and panic. Plus 150 points. The observers behind the monitors are losing their minds. Plus 500 shock points. We are at 9,975 and climbing. I am just waiting for the beast to tire out. Its struggle is fading. The water grip is only getting tighter. This level 3 lord has insane HP. It is more durable than anything I have ever fought. Take your time, I whisper, like I am waiting for water to boil. The ape refuses to give up. It opens its massive jaws and fires a dark energy beam. A massive explosion hits the water hand, blowing a 3-meter hole in it. But in 0.2 seconds, it is fully healed. I just tilt my head. The monster is burning its core essence just to stay alive. Its skin is turning pale. Enough. I am done playing around. Every second wasted means Sarah's injuries are getting worse. Time to end this. Dissolve. One word and the water hand reacts. No more gripping. The hand shatters into 10,000 tiny streams. Each one is thinner than a finger and spinning at terminal velocity. This is peak aura farming. 10,000 high-pressure jets wrap around the ape, with 0 blind spots. Sarah's S-rank blades barely left a scratch, but my water is already cutting 7 millimeters deep. The jets slice into the muscle. The ape lets out a real scream of agony. It tries to punch the water, but you cannot hit a liquid. The streams just flow around its fist and keep cutting. In 3 seconds, its right arm is surgically detached. 10,000 blades working at once. The beast is screaming in pure terror now. After 5 seconds, the final cycle is complete. I close my fingers and the water retracts. It explodes into a blinding golden light. The peak level 3 lord vanishes into dust. Golden rain curves around me, leaving me bone dry. Absolute Sigma move. My white uniform is spotless. The room goes silent. A dark red crystal, the size of a fist, bounces off the floor and rolls to my feet. A Lord core. I calmly pick it up. I toss it in my pocket next to my rusty coin and look at Leighton. He is face down, trembling with fear. His eyes are wide and his pupils are tiny. I walk over, not a drop of sweat on me. Leighton's teeth are chattering. He tries to speak, but only gibberish comes out. I tell him his face powder is great, but he should carry an antidote next time. He finally manages to gasp out a sentence. This is an illusion. His voice is shaking. He taps his face, trying to wake up from the nightmare. The sound of his own slap echoes. It is real. The genius of the Lin family has officially lost it. Weak. I look at him for 2 seconds, then turn toward Sarah. The shock points are still rolling in. Ting! Leighton's entire belief system just collapsed, plus 300 points. Sarah is still down, using her swords to stay upright. She is breathing hard, but her eyes are sharp. She is staring at me, trying to calculate how an F rank just did that. Your ability. That was not frank, she rasps. I stop, 3 steps away. She has 100 questions, but she knows now is not the time. How long can you hold that form? She asks. I am at 70% energy, more than enough. Sarah nods and makes a call. She hits the red button on her military comms. This is Sierra 017, emergency channel. She is back in soldier mode. Sector East, abandoned steel plant, S-rank threat level. Peak level 3 blood rage ape eliminated. I am injured. Requesting immediate evac and medical support. Silence for 3 seconds. Then a voice asks if she was the one who took it down. Sarah looks at me. I am just squatting on the ground, flipping a rusty coin like I am bored. The entire area is a wasteland, and I am sitting in the middle of it looking perfectly clean. It was not me, Sarah says. The voice asks, who then? She tells them it was an F-rank student. 5 seconds of dead silence on the line. Then, the sound of a teacup shattering. 3 floors underground at the military station, 11 high-ranking officials are frozen in front of 24 monitors. General Gray, a 62-year-old veteran, just dropped his drink. His eyes are glued to screen number 7. Everyone in the room is breathless. They are watching the replay of the water hand. The footage of the water hand appearing from thin air plays back in slow motion. The golden rain. The absolute destruction. The military elites are seeing something that should be impossible. The energy sensors on the screen are all flashing red exclamation marks. The power levels are off the charts. The head technician looks like he just saw a god. Is this kid really just an F rank? The Type 7 energy scanners just broke. S rank energy? Try 40% higher. General Gray is locked in on a student in white. The hype is real. MC is vibing in a golden aura, spinning a coin. Profile says, KL, 17, F rank, power, water droplet. Total fraud, right? The record is too clean. But on screen, a giant water hand just nuked everything like a mythic tier mural. This kid is literally out-trin. There are only 3 S ranks in the Federation. This isn't just S rank anymore. It's the legendary mythic rank coming to life. General Gray orders a total military blackout. Leak this info and you're cooked in a court-martial. 10 soldiers salute in terrified silence. MC is literally flipping armored behemoths like pancakes with a water shield. Even General Gray is blinking like, is he for real? Sarah is cooked, broken ribs, collapsed lung. But she's watching this madness. Gray's order? Do not provoke the kid. 6 minutes till backup. Gray is dead serious. No questions, no cuffs. This student has too much aura to be threatened. Evidence of the beast bait powder is secured. Gray stares at screen 7, realizing the power scaling of the world just shifted. Someone asks what to do with him. Gray's fuming. They used a 17-year-old as bait? Someone's about to pay for this. He unleashed God-tier power under pressure, and you're worried about security risks? Gray grabs the comms. Time to hunt the principal. The room temperature drops as Gray goes on the warpath. Meanwhile, MC is actually helping a monster flip over. Pure Sigma energy. 12 armored monsters, and Sarah thinks she's hallucinating. MC just pets one like it's a puppy after flipping it back over. Stop drooling. Your spit is worse than my water. MC tosses a god core in his hand like pocket change. Total aura farming. Core stashed. The henchmen are literally scattered. Leighton is barely clinging to life against a pillar. MC steps up. The sound of gravel is the last thing Leighton hears. MC sits down. The smell of fear and urine is everywhere. Who gave you the powder? MC's voice is calm but deadly. Answer right and you might live. Leighton breaks instantly. He snitches on his uncle immediately. All because of that rusty coin in MC's pocket. The greed is actually crazy. That coin is worth more than 15 billion. A whole A-rank dungeon. No wonder they tried to cook the MC for it. Leighton's begging for his life, looking for mercy in MC's eyes. He thinks he's safe. He couldn't be more wrong. MC smirks. Thanks for the info. He places a hand on Leighton's head. It feels weightless, but the pressure is immense. Very helpful. Thanks. Before Leighton can speak, a water needle enters his brain. Cleanest kill in the entire series. 0.8 millimeters of water, smaller than a hair. Leighton's pupils freeze in total confusion. Game over for the Lin family. He looks alive, but he's gone. Half a second of work. MC just flicks the water away. Time for the ultimate cover-up. MC plants an energy shard in the wound, making it look like an accident from the monster's blast. High IQ play. Physics check? Passed. He walks over to Dex, who's shaking like a leaf behind the furnace. Time to set the story. Listen, Dex. You saw Leighton get hit by a stray shard. Sarah protected you while I hid. Got it? Dex nods so hard his neck might break. Don't overact, MC warns. His aura is literally suffocating the poor guy. Stammering is fine, just don't be too smooth. System alert, plus 35 shock points. But where does KL actually rank on the mythic scale? Sarah's leaning on the wreckage, looking absolutely cooked. I manifest pure water from thin air, filtering every impurity with zero effort. I hand the hydrosphere to her, keeping my aura high. Drink! Sarah eyes the floating water orb. One sip, and her lungs feel like they're hitting an ice bath. Her broken ribs, 30% healed instantly. She looks at me like I'm a cheat code. I play it off, claiming I'm just a newbie who hasn't read the skill description yet. At 17, I look like a clean-cut student, but my vibe? Totally unreal and unsettlingly calm. You're KL, she notes. She saw me snipe that wolf's eye on purpose. I don't deny it. Why? I needed a witness to my luck. My silence leaves her completely stunned. Suddenly, the sky roars. 6 military choppers descend, floodlights blinding the ruins. Special forces rope down in tactical black. Med teams hitting the ground running to secure the perimeter. Medics rush Sarah, while another team finds Leighton. He's completely broken, staring into the abyss. They're checking his pupils, but the guy's mental state is beyond cooked. The verdict? Leighton is a mental trauma priority. Meanwhile, the last surviving goon is found curled up like a shrimp, limbs frozen stiff from pure, unadulterated terror. Body bags are zipped. Colonel Colin inspects the 2-meter crater, his face twitching at the sheer destruction. He finds me chilling on a steel plate, spinning coins with insane aura. 12 armored mechanical beasts form a semicircle, guarding me like their king. The colonel stops dead. 24 red eyes lock onto him. He gulps, realizing he's been out-trinned by a teenager. Kyle, Colin says, trying to sound like a bro. General Gray wants you for tea at the substation. I stop the coin. Tea? Sounds like a setup, but I'm down. I ask if my 12 beasts can come along. Colin looks at the 3-ton monsters and the tiny chopper doors. I'll check, he stammers. Ting! System points for his mild humor. Plus 15 shock points. I hop in the chopper and start my Oscar-winning performance. I suppress my aura, slowing my breath to 20 cycles. I need to look weak. I tap my hand like a jittery student who's terrified of his own runaway power. Colin watches, buying the act. 14 minutes later, we land at the Eastern Military Base. I stumble out of the cabin, acting like my legs are jelly. Lieutenant Colonel Mia takes over, leading me not to a cell, but a chill tea room to meet the general. General Gray looks like a normal old man. No flashy badges. Sit, he says. He pours me tea, and I take a small, hesitant sip. The ultimate high-stakes psychological game begins. Good tea, he says, staring through the steam for 10 icy seconds. I let my hands tremble on purpose. It was scary, I whisper. Absolute cinematic acting. I lie through my teeth. I claim my mind went blank when the level 3 Lord attacked. I tell him something just snapped inside me, and everything became a blur. Can you use it now? He asks. I look at my hands. Nothing. It's gone. My voice cracks with fake loss. He stares for 3 seconds, searching for a lie. He tells me power burnout is normal. We're both playing roles here. Suddenly, Mia walks in, looking rattled. Something big just dropped in the post-battle report. She whispers to the general. Leighton is dead. Secondary autopsy shows energy shards pierced his brain before the army even arrived. The accident was actually a surgical strike. The general recalls the footage. That rain of golden light when the boss died, it covered every inch. A statistical anomaly killed Leighton in the chaos. Or so they think. Combat casualty, the general orders. Case closed. The door shuts, leaving me and the old man alone in the silence. My plan worked perfectly. Leighton's been deleted. I keep up the shook act, staring into my tea with trembling hands. The general falls for it and refills my cup. 20 minutes later, I'm cleared for medical. I accidentally bump into Sarah in the hall. She's bandaged up, eyes sharp as ice. "Your power's back, right?" she asks. I play dumb. "I'm just F-rank, Sarah." I give her my best innocent puppy dog look. Confused, timid, and weak. It's so convincing, it's almost scary. I'm literally gaslighting a top-tier soldier right now. She's not buying it. She saw me dissolve a level 3 lord into light particles with high-pressure water. Fear made me do that? Yeah, right. She knows I ate. We lock eyes for 5 heavy seconds. She yields. "I'll keep your secret." She hands me a gold-rimmed card with an 8-pointed star. The Jiangzhou League invite. It's a golden ticket to the Collegiate League. I can bypass the academy trials and join as an independent athlete. I pocket it. "Thanks," I say, dropping the act slightly. Sarah walks away, mentioning Leighton is gone. I give her a perfectly timed, "Wait, what? That's terrible," response. She stands still for 2 seconds, then leaves without a word. I hold the card up to the light. More targets, more resources, and more aura farming. My shock points are at 13,740 and skyrocketing. Word is spreading like wildfire. Kyle's legendary moves are the talk of the entire military district. Every new rumor is literal aura farming, pumping points into his system. Meanwhile, at the Lin estate, the big boss is losing it. He just snapped a 300-year-old rosewood table clean in half. Lord Lin's rage is hitting a boiling point. Splinters are still flying as the tension peaks. This 60-year-old legend just chiseled a 3-inch slab with a single strike. Pure skill. But his eyes are glued to the military report. The black ink on white paper delivers the coldest news imaginable. His son is officially cooked. Leighton is dead. Cause of death? Caught a devastating blast from a Tier 3 boss monster mid-raid. Instant game over. The crime scene photos are attached, signed off by a top-tier examiner. Lord Lin's gaze freezes on Kyle's name for 5 whole seconds. This F-rank survivor's report is straight-up suspicious. The military claims Kyle had a temporary power awakening to repel the beast. Cap. From the shadows of the hall, a man steps forward. It's Leon, the Lin family's head of Black Ops. This whole mess? It was his secret play, and it failed miserably. Lord Lin doesn't ask questions. He states facts. Leon's throat goes dry. The report has Lord Lin smelling a rat. He'd ordered Leighton to burn the secret letters, but Leighton's 6 feet under now. Nobody knows if the evidence actually went up in flames. Leon is struggling to keep his cool. "Leighton was my nephew," he starts, but Lord Lin cuts him off. "Enough!" The boss isn't even looking at him anymore. His eyes shift to the door, where a 22-year-old prodigy is leaning in the shadows. Clad in all white, he carries a meter-long blade like a true main character. Enter Caden, the Lin family's top-tier genius. S-rank, platinum blade aura, Tier 3 middle class. "Father, the timing is perfect," he says. The military's story about the death is consistent, sure, but Caden doesn't care about the dead. He unsheathes his sword, holding it vertically with insane focus. What matters is who survived. Kyle Frank was supposed to be the bait, the first one to get clapped. Instead, his whole unit is erased while he flies home via chopper perfectly fine? Caden tilts his head, intrigued. This F rank is definitely hiding something, and Caden is ready to find out. You're suggesting the university tournament next Wednesday? Lord Lin leans back over the ruined table. Caden taps his blade. Every awakener in Jiangzhou will be there. If Kyle shows up, Caden can ask his questions on stage, perfectly within the rules. Lord Lin finishes the thought for him. Caden smirks, full of confidence. Ask what? An F rank steps up, and I finish him in one move. No time for talk. Lord Lin's voice goes stone cold as he raises a finger. Give me that coin. Leon freezes. The boss's glare is lethal. You really thought I didn't know your side hustles? Leon's back is literally soaked with sweat. He tried to keep the loot for himself, but the scheme blew up in his face. One man is dead, and the game ends here. Lord Lin snatches the report from the broken table. Hand that money to Caden legally. Pull your shadow units back now. Leon stays silent, defeated. Caden resheathes his sword and exits the hall, his white cloak fluttering in the night wind. The hunt is officially on. Caden stops to look at his blade, thinking of Kyle's awakening. To a normie, the story sounds fine, but to a pro, Kyle was too calm, too clear, too perfect. That wasn't a power surge. It was a performance. He draws his sword 3 inches, the ring of steel echoing through the valley. See you at the tournament. His voice is colder than the wind. Monday morning, Kyle returns to Jiangzhou Academy. The vibes are chaotic. Funerals at the gates and wild rumors everywhere. Did you hear? Kyle actually soloed a Tier 3 monster. People are losing their minds. The haters are calling cap. How did a loser survive when B ranks got folded? Must be pure luck. Kyle walks through the campus, ignoring the noise. His system panel is going crazy, marking points for every rumor spread. It's a gold mine. He's basically aura farming the whole school. He hits the admin building and heads for the 3rd floor. He pushes the office door open, interrupting a high-level meeting. At the big desk sits Director Harvey, the school's big boss. Kyle doesn't hesitate. He slams his tournament registration form right on the table. Director, stamp this. Harvey stands up, his presence feeling heavy. As a Tier 3 awakener, his natural aura is enough to crush a normal person. He picks up the form, his eyes scanning every line. Frank Splash, the bait squad kid. He puts the paper down near the trash. Kyle, do you even know what this tournament means? An F rank enters, loses, and embarrasses the whole school. Who's gonna pay your hospital bills when you get cooked? He's ready to reject it. Kyle isn't here to play. He reaches into his uniform and pulls out the card Sarah gave him, the gold-rimmed star badge. Major Sarah's personal recommendation. With this, he can bypass the school entirely and fight as an independent. This is the ultimate flex. Technically, the school's seal is just for show, but it looks better for the academy. Harvey takes the card, and his eyes nearly pop out. An S-rank student giving a personal recommendation to an F rank? He realizes there's a power dynamic here he can't afford to mess with. Harvey does a total 180. He hands back the card and grabs the form, pulling his official seal from the drawer. Slam! I'll handle the filing for you personally, Kyle. Good luck in the competition. Talk about a quick pivot. Kyle pockets the card and nods. Thanks, Director. As he leaves and the door shuts, his system pings. Director Harvey's humiliating surrender detected, plus 45 points. Easy gains. In the hallway, the notifications keep rolling in. Ding! Mixed emotions from the staff in the room net him another 30 points. But as he exits the building, he runs straight into a wall of pure aura. 12 meters out, his sensors redline. Target, Caden. Rank, S. Status, coldly analyzing. Caden is just standing there at the base of the stairs. Their eyes lock for a split second. Caden looks at the registration receipt in Kyle's hand, then back at his face. Kyle, try not to get eliminated too early. Then he just vanishes into the crowd. Kyle watches him go. His system stays silent. No points. Why? Because Caden feels nothing. No hate, no anger, just total indifference. A true predator doesn't get emotional when looking at an ant. He only notices what he's about to step on. I need to make this man feel something. Kyle folds his receipt and heads out. 11 p.m. The Jinwoo scrapyard. He's not looking for a fancy sword. He's looking for raw potential to cook with his system. He cracks the lock with a thread of water and slips inside. His system can evolve any object based on the points invested. At the back of the metal heap, he finds exactly what he needs. A 5-foot-long, solid metal rod. Cold, heavy, and forgotten. It's a rusted piece of junk with a shovel head welded to one end. Basically, a glorified sewer tool. He weighs it in his hand, about 3 kilos. Most people would see trash, but Kyle sees a weapon of mass destruction. The balance is off, but he doesn't care. He finds an alloy disc and a mysterious black stone to complete the build. The components are set for the ultimate upgrade. Is this rusty rod about to become an S-rank slayer? What do you think Kyle's final power level will be? Drop your scaling theories in the comments. 3 items, 1 goal. D-rank plunger? Let's cook. 2,000 points in. Stealthy C-rank heat. Rust turns to power. 16 decimeters of blue-black death. This transformation is peak. Tide Crest Trident. C+ rank, 200% harder than steel. B rank defense on C rank gear? That's a total cheat code. Buffing skills now. 8,000 for Ocean's Wrath. Let's ascend. S+ Water Slash. 10,000 points invested. God mode active. 7 seconds to stabilize. Internal evolution. I'm becoming a monster. Hydraulic Slash unlocked. 12,000 atmospheres. Absolute destruction. Defense loop active. Efficiency up 40%. I'll fight forever. Untouchable aura. Next stop, the Jinwoo Arena. Registration is shook. An F rank entering the pro tournament? Waiting room 17. The Tide Crest is ready for war. Points are ticking. 4,500. It's showtime. Screen drops. F rank. 25,000 people go dead silent. The crowd is mauling. Fraud? I'm just aura farming their hate. Bank account. 4,900. Keep hating. Get me rich. Group 37. Me versus B rank Bolt. They think I'm cooked. VIPs are watching. Bolt is a tank. They have no idea. Outtrend the whole academy? Next match is the real test. F versus B. No ifs here. I'm up next. Group 37. Stage. Time to break the internet. 2-meter monster versus me. The aura gap is insane. 3 seconds, they shout. Bolt thinks he's the main character. He talks trash. I ask, whose bones are we breaking? Sigma energy. Bolt's confused. Let's see if he survives 1 hit. Mic drop. I'm not F rank anymore. Silence hits the arena. I'm C rank. Unprecedented jump. Everyone is officially cooked. Cadence is locked in, analyzing that C rank flow. Compared to Bolt's B rank armor, it's mid. But Kyle? He's just baiting. Why reveal your hand early? Unless it's not your final card. This isn't just a rank, it's a second-layer trap. Match start! Bolt's 110-kilogram iron suit is pure pressure, charging like a semi-truck. A right hook is ready to cook Kyle. Silver glow on the fist. Kyle just raises a finger. Boom! A water whip forms instantly. Supersonic speed, high aura energy. Sonic boom! 0.1 seconds. And Bolt's 110-kilogram frame is folded. He's sent flying back faster than his initial charge. Pure dominance. He hits the barrier like a ragdoll. Gasps for air. Completely cooked. Referee starts the count. Bolt is struggling to stand. He tries to rise, but a single water droplet stops him cold. Right at his forehead. This is pure psychological warfare. Dinner's on you, Bolt. Bolt accepts the L and lies back. Kyle secures the W in just 1.8 seconds. 28,000 people. Dead silence. One finger, one hit, 1.8 seconds. Kyle just out-trenned a B-rank warrior with 0 effort. The crowd explodes. No way that's C-rank. That supersonic whip speed was actually insane. He's literally aura farming right now. Shock points are flooding in. Plus 3,000 points in seconds. The system is glitching from the hype. Kyle is scaling way too fast. Kyle grabs his trident and walks past a folded Bolt. You could have stood up, Kyle says. Bolt stays silent, staring up. That water drop was a total checkmate, Bolt laughs. He respects the game. Kyle walks off, looking like a total Sigma. Caden's eyes are on him now, interest levels rising. The Ant just became a major player in the big game. Kyle is trending everywhere. Hashtag #SplashBoy is breaking the internet. Everyone's asking, what rank is this guy actually hiding? Some pro claims Kyle is just B rank max, and Bolt's defense was mid. Pure coppage. They can't handle Kyle's peak. Kyle scrolls through the hate. The bot army is spamming the same scripts to downplay his massive win and aura. Just C rank. Bolt through. Same comments, over and over. It's an industrial-grade hit piece to kill Kyle's viral hype. Kyle just smiles. The Lin family is desperate to control the narrative. They want him back in a safe box. Lower hype means fewer points. Kyle needs that 16,000 to keep evolving. Time to double down and break their script. Kyle drops a 30-second clip. Raw dorm lighting, 0 edits. Yo, it's KL. I won my first match today. No biggie. They say I'm just C rank and lucky, he galls. Maybe they're right. The bait is set, and it's absolutely delicious. A rank? S rank? I don't know. He points at the camera. That gaze? Pure I'm the one energy. Absolute cinema. If my next op is watching, I'm saying nothing. 2 million views in 3 hours. The algorithm is eating this up. 94% completion rate. The fans see through it. He says he doesn't know, but he's definitely him. The bots failed. Those eyes at the end are haunting everyone. The bot army is getting ratioed in the comments. Total victory for Kyle. 19,870 points. Up 3,400 just from one viral video. Kyle is literally infinite aura farming right now. Round 2 tomorrow. Caden is next. But first, a scrapyard run to evolve that copper pump. Let the real cooking begin. Time to evolve the Tide Rest Trident beyond C rank. I close my eyes, feeling that internal energy surge. One move isn't enough to run the world. I need that skill transition. Ocean's Wrath costs 6,000 points. Let's cook. 12 armored rhinos left in the zone. I'll be back for them. The semifinal reveal is pure drama. Results drop tomorrow, but something's wrong with this envelope. The wax seal looks tampered with. Someone opened this and tried to hide it. The devs decided on a multiplayer survival battle royale. The arena is buzzing. 64 players, 2 groups, total chaos incoming. Group A and B, 32 each. 2-hour limit in a simulated biome. We start with 3 tokens. Lose a fight, and you're handing your lifeline to the winner. Top 16 from each side advance. But look at this bracket. It's rigged. Group A is 31 Lin family goons and me. The crowd knows it's a setup. Zeke's in there too, the judge's nephew. Up in the VIP seats, Caden's smirking. He knew they'd try to gank me. Totally predictable and boring. 22,000 perception points loaded. I'm just smiling at my trident. 31 versus 1? The Lin family really thought adding B-rank fodder was enough to stop me. The entrance is a massive metal pipe. 32 separate tunnels, supposedly random, but my tunnel's energy frequency was manually tweaked. They're picking my drop point. They're dropping me right in the center, a total bullseye. It's a setup for a 31-man gank. I step into the tunnel. The light shifts. Welcome to the jungle. I'm in a forest clearing. Survival mode starts in 3, 2, 1, go! I'm going anti-meta. Trident in the dirt. Jacket off. Time for a snack. I pull out some gourmet beef jerky and wrap it in foil. While they're hunting, I'm just gathering wood for a fire. 0 cares given. I light the fire using high-speed water molecule friction. Pure high IQ flex. 30 seconds later, a massive smoke pillar rises. I'm literally telling the whole lobby where I am. The crowd is losing it. Is he really BBQing? 31 hunters are closing in, and I'm just seasoning meat. Zoom in for the vibes. Firelight on my face, meat on the grill. Commentators are screaming. Kyle is really cooking in the first minute of a survival match. Absolute menace behavior. Is this a galaxy brain strat? Or just pure disrespect? Analysts are baffled. Notifications are blowing up my feed, but I'm just listening to the forest. Footsteps coming from all sides. 3 northeast, 5 southwest, hungry for the first strike. 7 pros up north, moving silent. The whole lobby is here. 26 enemies confirmed. Meat's not ready yet. I look into the trees and shout, "Stop camping and bring me more wood!" The forest goes dead silent. The fire's too weak for this damp wood. 5 guys burst out, led by a rank D fire starter. His hands are literally blazing. He's yapping about my acting, but then the scent hits him. Soy sauce, pepper, and garlic, the ultimate psychological warfare. These guys haven't eaten all day. His fire flickers. He's distracted. I take a bite of the perfect jerky. Salty, delicious, absolute peak. I offer them a piece. They're terrified of a trap, but that smell is heavenly. Even VIP Caden is finally locked in. His assistant wants to move in, but Caden stops him. He's wondering, is Kyle a bot, or is he actually him? The tension is insane. Caden realizes the play. I'm not hiding. I'm baiting. I want them all in one spot for a massive team wipe. One move to end them all. They attack the moment I swallow. A fireball flies from 30 meters while earth spikes ripple toward me. It's officially go time. Vines from the trees, metal blades from the shadows. 5 types of magic closing in. I stand up slow, No dodging today. I bite my jerky, toss my jacket to safety, and rip tide rest from the ground. The commentators are losing their minds. Pure aura. The fireball is inches away. I don't even use a skill. Just condense the air's moisture into a 0.3 millimeter film. Science, baby! The fireball hits and slides right off the water shield, missing my shoulder by an inch. Now the earth spikes are at my feet. One step left, half step back. The spikes graze my boots but never touch skin. I don't need eyes. I feel it through the earth. This is the ultimate water system flex. I'm tracking every water molecule in the soil like a real-time GPS. Safe in the storm. Can Kyle solo all 31 Lin family goons without breaking a sweat? Or is he finally cooked? Vines drop from above, but he's already moving. With a savage twist of his trident, he shreds the fibers like a wet towel. Absolute out-trin behavior. 4 seconds and they're cooked. He hasn't even moved, still chewing jerky while the crowd goes silent. The aura is suffocating. He hasn't even begun to fight back. 3 god-tier counters in 4 seconds. That's not rank C speed. That's a glitch in the matrix. Points are farming. 45, 22, 61. But wait, the second wave is here. 7 hunters breach from the north. Shields up. DPS ready. Suddenly, 28 shooters surround him from every angle. 28 shots fired at once. Is he finally cooked? Fire, ice, and metal rain down in a 360-degree orbital strike. The system is literally crashing from the data overload. 28 simultaneous hits. The narrator is shaking. Kyle's speechless because the MC is gone. This isn't teleporting, it's speed that breaks the system's frame rate. Boom! The center gets nuked, leaving a massive 6-meter crater. Smoke clears, and it's just a burnt jacket. Total bait. The crowd is tweaking, while his system points spin faster than anything we've ever seen before. Plus 88, 77, 156. He's just aura farming now. Then a voice from above. He's standing 8 meters up on a steel beam, trident resting on his shoulder. He looks down at the 28 losers like a failed group project. Mid-coordination, he roasts. You fire types are embarrassing. Go back to training your aim. Missing a stationary target? You wouldn't pass middle school track. The crowd is losing it. They're witnessing a legendary blend of absolute disrespect and peak skill. Systems are failing, and the VIPs are shook. Cadence is frozen. His whine hasn't even rippled. The air is so heavy, his assistant finally breaks the silence. Pure silence. Cadence is locked in. The ant on the beam just forced the tiger to pay full attention. Plus 18 points. He's officially got the high aura. He scans the crater and stops at one rank C guy. Hands in pockets, totally unfazed. They lock eyes for a heavy second. Is this the real final boss? He slams the trident down. Round 1, 0 hits, 28 losers. He hasn't even counterattacked yet, and he's still got jerky. Who wins the next 4 minutes?